Professor Eric. How you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
We're not being lazy. I know we're sitting down. I've seen this video going up on YouTube. It's like an ad, and it's that knife systems don't work, and disarms don't work, and all this stuff. And the thing is, I don't want anybody to get hoodwinked by it because it's just so absurdly fake. And the whole thing is like, if you buy the guy's system, then he'll show you the magic trick. And there are no magic tricks in martial arts. It's just practice, training, and good technique. And we'll go over the wrong way. Maybe you guys have even seen the video. So if Coach Eric takes a knife, hold real tight. So what I see this guy doing, he's holding the middle of the arm, and he's like, oh, sorry, buddy. He really hits his partner. I'm not going to do that to Eric, but obviously, like, none of this is going to work. And he talks about folding the wrist. Knife disarms are not about the wrist. Any disarm, doesn't matter. You can be holding a hammer, an umbrella, a gun. What is the key linchpin to a disarm? Just like the choke, video games.
Well, isn't it because he's holding way out here and not controlling the thumb and like not controlling the grip whatsoever?
Yeah, so maybe you guys out there, you can educate me a little bit. I've been doing Kali for 30 years, 31 years. So the first Kali class I went to, I was 8 years old. Went to our niece class. And it was $5 a session. I would work around the house doing chores and like mow lawns for the neighbors. And as soon as I made $5, I would go to Kali class. And in that time, I haven't seen one disarm that isn't predicated on controlling the thumb. I can't think of one. Whether it's even like an Arnie's disarm, like a snake disarm, they're just not out there. Even if you use the wrist, it always involves the thumb. There is one, you hit the radial nerve. You hit the radial nerve, but I'm still going to control
for sure. You're weakening the grip.
Yeah, and I've done that. I do that standing, and that's even more of a parlor trick. If he was really coming at me with the sewing machine, I wouldn't risk my life on that move. It's fun to like take people's toys away in class when the only risk I have is you may be tapping me with like a blunt object. So let's just go over some disarms. We've got a little pile of knives. And we'll just do it in the chair so that you guys can see the grip work. Yeah, so pretty much when you approach the hand from either side, you want to control the pad of the thumb and the trigger finger. So I want to reach over. It's either going to be with my forefingers or my thumb. And I'm going to hold the pad of the thumb and right in between the bones of the index finger and the middle finger like this. So now, like if I pinch, I'm isolating these two fingers, and the opposable digit is the only thing holding onto the knife. So once I strip that, the grip is useless. It's gone because that is where the gap is. Like, let's say you hold onto it with no thumb.
Oh, like this?
Just in a weird, like you would hold like a collar grip or something. Yeah, so see if I pull this way, that's strong because that's the direction of the four fingers. But if I just jerk it, see this direction where the thumb is at, that's where the gap is. That's where the hole is. It's just like we talk about the rear choke a lot. You don't go into the closure of the choke. You don't go into the elbow because you're going to get choked more. If somebody does the finger point escape in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, they're going towards the opening. So it's like a tiny choke on the knife, right? It's a rear naked choke on the knife. So if I'm on the outside of the hand, four fingers go in, and I am going to strip this way like that. If you gave me a forehand on this side, now my thumb is going to go to the pad of the palm. I'll turn it over here. See, my fingers are now on the trigger finger, and I'm going to do another disarm this way. If I held it this way and took the handle, everything is always going against the thumb. If I grab with my other hand, trigger finger, pad of the thumb, reverse grip, it's the same principle, the gap and against the thumb. So right now, I know a lot of people are in like COVID lockdown still and all that. You may not have a partner, but you got roommates, you got family at home. So what I used to do, and I could tell if I did it right because the person wouldn't get mad at me, I would just try to take things from people. Like one time I disarmed a carton of milk from this guy's brother. And he wasn't too happy.
That's right.
I think he thought I was going to throw it, but I just handed him the milk back. So I would practice taking things from people because whether they're holding like a water bottle or anything, it's the same hand. It could be an umbrella. It doesn't matter because human beings only have one type of hand. We only have one way of really gripping things. So it's not about the wrist. So today, your mission is to look for any kind of disarm and figure out how it's the thumb. See, like say you give me a backhand here. See, if I scoop this, it looks flashy, but all I'm doing is getting to the thumb and forefinger and doing the same exact disarm. If I go like this, now it's reverse grip, but my grip hasn't changed here.
Yep.
It's still the same exact structure. And just isolating the disarms is fun, but I would never, maybe at this range, sitting on the bus, you could control somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you've watched any of our disarm videos, what needs to happen first?
Well, you need to create space and not let yourself get stabbed.
Yeah, you gotta stay safe.
Yeah.
And then if I want that object, I'm not just gonna run in and grab it, right? I'm gonna need to soften the person up. But when we isolate disarms on the internet or in a curriculum video, people go, oh, that's the magic trick I was looking for. I'm just gonna grab the thing and take it away. Reality is not gonna work like that.
That's a good way to get stabbed.
Yeah, you're gonna have a struggling person. You need to hit them, weaken their structure, and then take the knife. And then the other principle is you need to follow up. You don't just grab somebody from something and get laser focused on it without awareness to everything else that's going on. So, like in Kali, there's a simple term, parry check, finishing blow. Parry check is the hit, the strip, finishing blow is what you do after. You gotta have a plan for that. So I think people run away with this myth on the internet because they're like, look at those idiots. They're just grabbing and disarming. No, we're doing that for your benefit, to show how the technique works. But we always make sure to mention, like, man, you've got to have a strategy to get in and attack before you can get to that. And if you watch, we did a stick video. I think I hit the partner 3 to 4 times before and during taking the object away. It's never just like, go get the
Yeah, that's not a good strategy for anything. Whether you're talking about clinching, whatever.
Anything. Yeah, even like the finesse on the ground on the arm bar in jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you just go straight for an arm bar? You can't. You go for the guy's neck, you create weight, you make him put a hand down. Oh, now my arm bar is going to be easy. And disarms are the same way. So I just don't want you guys to get caught out there with a parlor trick.
Yep.
When we break this stuff down, it should be really simple. And it should require practice, not like some magic solution that's behind a paywall or anything like that.
That's true. That's
cool,
true.
Man. So pretty simple concept today. It wasn't much of a lesson, but look to control the pad of the thumb and the trigger knuckle, and you're probably on your way to deciphering any disarm that you see. And if you guys have ever seen one that doesn't involve the thumb, please let me know because I'd really like to see it.
Yes, you've seen a lot of them, so I think
yeah,
it's safe to say that
they say there's hundreds. I think I could really get like 20, 30 unique ones.
Yeah.
And that might even be a stretch. Because the hand can only be in so many different orientations. That's it, man.
The human body has its limits.
Yeah, man. Universal movement. Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
All right, guys. If you have any requests, if there's a certain disarm you want to see or any aspect of Kali or martial arts, just hit us up and we will bring you an answer. All right, Warriors. Happy New Year.
Yep. Happy New Year's, guys.